Hey, this is Robert here again at Guzzi Fabrication. This week's video, how to perfectly adjust, set, and tune your carburetor's idle mixture screws so that your car runs perfectly. You can do this at home, fast and easy. Let's get into the video. You only need two tools, and the first one is this small flathead screwdriver. And now for the secret weapon. Vacuum gauge. Now, these are really inexpensive. You can pick these up in any local parts store, 10 or 15 bucks. Gotta have it. Now, if we want to adjust our carburetor air-fuel ratio, well, we're gonna have to hook our vacuum gauge up to the correct vacuum source. There are two. One is called a manifold vacuum, and then the other is a timed vacuum. We need to know which port to hook our vacuum gauge up so we can get an accurate reading. Now, if there's any confusion about the vacuum source, it's easy enough to Google your carburetor's information. Now, I have the Holley carburetor instruction manual, and it tells me exactly where the timed vacuum source is located on that carburetor, and it also tells me where the full manifold vacuum port is located. So we would want to hook up our vacuum gauge to this port. And in case you're wondering, well, why are we using a vacuum gauge to set our idle mixture, our air-fuel ratio? In the Holley instruction manual, when tuning the idle mixture, you're actually tuning for best manifold vacuum. And that is why you use a vacuum gauge to tune your carburetor. We've added new tools and equipment to the store, GuzziFabrication.store. Link is in the description. And step number one, you have to allow the engine to come up to operating temperature. You don't want to attempt to set or tune the carburetor with the engine cold. And you always want to tune your car outside, not inside your garage. You don't want those fumes to build up, make you sick or anything. Now, before we start adjusting the idle mixture screws, the engine idle, engine timing, and the choke all have to be set. I've already done that on this. We're good to go. Idle mixture screws, idle mixture needles. They can be called both. We're going to identify them and their location. Now, on a Holley carburetor, they're located on the side of the metering block. This is one. This is where our little screwdriver comes into play. And the other is located on the opposite side of the carburetor on the metering block, and it is here. So we would insert the screwdriver and we would adjust by turning clockwise or counterclockwise. Now, with the exception of the Holley carburetor, idle mixture screws are always located on the front of a carburetor on the base plate. Now, this is the idle mixture screw here, and then we have another located here. Now that we have our vacuum gauge set up, we need to set a baseline for our idle mixture screws. The way we do that, we turn them clockwise until they seat. You want to be careful not to over tighten them. When you start feeling a little resistance, they're seated. Now we want to go counterclockwise, back them off, counting 1 revolution and a quarter. That's our baseline. Now we're ready to fine tune our carburetor. Now with that starting point, we're going to start the engine. We're going to watch the vacuum gauge. It's going to move in this direction. We're going to adjust our idle mixture screws by going clockwise, turning them in until it starts to give a negative reading on the gauge. When that starts to happen, turn the idle mixture screws counterclockwise until you reach the highest point of vacuum on the gauge. And that's all there is to it. You have just set the optimal air-fuel ratio for your idle mixture screws. It's that simple. Go do the other side, and you've just fine-tuned your carburetor. Hey, I get it. Carburetor work can be very intimidating, but I've given you good instruction. Go pick yourself up a vacuum gauge, get out in the shop, tackle that carburetor. This is the do-it-yourself channel. So go do it yourself. Don't pay somebody to do it for you. Yes, you can. Hey, this is Robert, Guzzi Fabrication. As always, thank you for watching.